Hi, this is Nutan and Malini, and this one is a special podcast because I want to take a few minutes to thank all of those who have watched our podcast when we started um, 2.5 months ago. We didn't even know if one person is going to watch it, and
No, two
just
people, you and
recently,
me.
and just recently, we have had more than 1,200 views. So thank you for all our viewers from actually uh, multiple countries. So we are very, very grateful to them. We do want to take a few minutes and address some of the comments. And a lot of you gave us comments um, on a personal emails or personal messages. And I want to answer some of those. And also make a request that if you want to be aware of our next podcast, please subscribe because we have a lot more viewers, but we don't have enough subscribers.
And
So,
under this, after you subscribe, you have to go to notifications and press all. Then you will get a notification for when every new podcast is posted.
so I want to address a couple of things people brought up, and they said, two of you don't talk a lot about yourself. And we did that, and we are doing that for a very specific reason. We want our podcast and our experience to resonate with all our viewers. So we don't want to um, typecast us or our viewers in one or other way. And that's why you see who we are, um, but and you know how old we are because we are very proud grandmothers. So I think that's enough at this point.
And you know we have jobs. And basically that's pretty much it. Like Newton said, um, we kind of also choose certain topics that we feel, would be something that people would be able to resonate with or get some tips or some recipes or something that would be somewhat useful to their lives. From the beginning, we've always said we are not here to give advice. We are not really here to educate anybody. These are all topics that Nutan and I have talked to each other over 45 years. And at one point we said, oh, it's very entertaining to us, so maybe it might be entertaining to anybody else.
Also, there have been well wishers who have said whether we can make this more technologically advanced. And of course, we can. And but we wanted it to have the feel of friends talking to each other and friends talking to you. And
I want to put because somebody sent me a really sweet note and said, I love watching you guys because it's like sitting at a table with friends over a cup of chai. And I thought, that's kind of what we were going for anyway.
and that's why it is not an it's never, this podcast will never get a cinematography award, and some of it is by design. We want to keep it simple and homely, and as you can say, we don't put makeup on, we don't worry about what we wear or how we look. We are very happy to show our wrinkles, and so if we are not following some of your advice, it is not because we don't value that advice. We actually do. But we are at an age where we are very grateful for your advice, and yet we have a specific things in our mind of how it wanna proceed this podcast. Um, there is a famous book that I'm blocking out the name of the author, but it is called When I'm 60, I Will Wear Purple.
Oh, yeah.
You remember you gave
Yeah,
that to me
yeah,
as a
I
birthday
did.
gift.
Yes. And there is even there's some organization where they wear red hats or purple or something as they grow older. It's more like a celebration of getting old.
Getting old. And it is so we do value your opinions a lot. So please keep them coming. Please give comments, and there are times we will follow them. Like, for example, we were told that we need to be able to make sure that we continue to be conversational, and we try to do that. What else is there? Please subscribe, because that way
And if
you
there
will.
are topics that, I guess if there are topics that you want to suggest, we will definitely consider them. It looks like some of, sometimes food-related topics seem to be rather popular.
Yeah, I think that is an important thing you bring in, Malin. That one area where your advice would be very, very helpful is suggestion of topics. If you want to hear our thoughts on anything other non-controversial, because we like to
No
stay away from
politics.
controversy. No politics.
No controversy, but things that would be,
Simple,
sort of
day-to-day
simple,
living.
Day-to-day living, yes.
Boring. Boring is good. Boring can be fun. And it is contradictory that boring actually cannot be fun, but boring can be fun.
Sure, because
We make it fun.
simple is okay.
Simple is okay. So that's what we try to do. And because we can go on talking. Malini and I have been talking for 40 years. And we talk.
And this is where, because people will say, what do you talk about? And I was like, I don't know. I honestly can be on the phone with you or talking to you for an hour, and it goes from one to another, just like here. I mean, here we've made an effort to stay on topic, because otherwise
10 minutes or so.
10 minutes. But otherwise, we can just go from one to another, and then, like I said, obviously we must be having a good time if you keep doing it, right?
We keep my goodness, yes, we can talk and talk and talk. And I have to tell you that there was a time in our life where she and I work in the same place, and we used to get chided all the time because we would not talk to anybody else but to each other all the time. So I remember one of our bosses had called me and told me that you cannot sit next to Malini. So
Well, some good that did.
yes, I know. And we don't have that boss anymore, but we still have each other.
And we still talk. Anyway, I think this was just basically a thank you, because honestly, this is
Thank
Nutan's
you for
idea.
watching.
This was her baby. She did all the technological whatever happens to produce this thing, and I honestly told her that if it's just between you and me. In fact, I told her once she was away. And I said, oh, I missed you, but this time I didn't need to call you because I just went to one of these podcasts and just listened to the podcast myself. And it was like I was talking to Nathan. So it was really fun. It was my
So-
driving.
Yes.
So anyway, this is a thank you to all of you. And this is just a fun project for us. So hopefully it's also fun for you.
Okay, thank you.